Welcome back, beauties. Today I have a very exciting video for you. I am trying out a full face of brand new makeup releases. A ton. I have heard very good things about a couple of these products. So today we're going to do some brand new makeup releases and some new to me makeup releases. We are testing the new Givenchy foundation with the pressed powder. So excited. And a couple of other new things that I hauled during the Sephora sale. We have the new Dior mascara. I also have a new product that I'm using in my skin prep before I apply my makeup, and that's the Ilia the base face milk. And yeah, I'm so excited. So let's see how these brand new products that are very much raved about apply on textured, aging, not so perfect skin.
Wake up in the morning, feeling fine. Lipstick on and it's my time. Mascara popping, eyes so bright. Foundation smooth, I'm feeling right. I love makeup. Oh.
Okay, I am so excited about today's video. I have a ton of new things that I want to try out, and it's perfect timing because there's a slew of new products being released, and I'm also decluttering my collection, which I will share with you guys. But anyhow, the Givenchy Prisme Libre Glow Serum Foundation. I have a couple of shades that I want to swatch here and determine which shade is best. So let's go ahead and start with shade 5 Neutral. That's clearly not my shade. 5.5 Warm. Then I have 5.8 Neutral. And then 5.8 Warm. Okay, those are the shades. I want to let those dry down so that I can figure out which shade would suit me best. Okay, it's been on the skin for a minute or two with the fan blowing, and I really don't think that I have an exact match, but I know that I must be somewhere between 5.5 W and 5.8 Neutral. I'm going to go ahead and go with 5.5 Warm and hope for the best. And I'm going to apply the foundation with my IT Cosmetics dual-ended brush. I love the consistency of the foundation. The foundation does have fragrance, and it's supposed to be a skin-improving foundation with a blurring, plumping, hydrating glow. How liquidy. I'm going to take one pump, starting on the inner portion of my face. This is what the foundation looks like, 5.8 W, blended out on the back of my hand. I'm sorry, 5.5 W. It's a very thin serum, serum-y consistency type of foundation, which I do love. Okay, then I'm going to take a clean beauty blender. Okay. The foundation applied to this side of the face, no foundation on this side. I do love the finish of the foundation. It is a very, very, very lightweight on the skin. Um, this is a medium coverage. I don't think that you can build this up to a full coverage foundation, but if you have areas of concern, you can just use a concealer. Like for example, I have like a mole right here, and I can see that through the foundation. If I wanted to cover that up, I can do that with concealer. Okay, the foundation is on. I think it looks beautiful. What do you guys think? And also, have you even tried this foundation out yet? When I seen it online, it's been a while, like maybe a couple of weeks since I've seen it online. I knew instantly that I wanted to try it out. So, moving right along, more newness to me. This is not a super, super, super new product, but it's new to me. This is the Givenchy Skin Caring Concealer, and I have the shade N375. I'm hoping that this isn't too light. Um, it's lighter than I want it to be, but we're going to just go ahead and we're going to go with it. While I let my concealer set, I'm going to go ahead and take the Rare Beauty liquid contour. I have absolutely, I've used this once or twice off camera. While my concealer is setting down, I'm going to go ahead and take the Rare Beauty liquid contour. I've heard so many good things about this. Um, I really don't like applying products directly on the face with an applicator like this. So I'm just going to take it on the back of my hand, picking up some of the product. All right, taking a classic base by Sonia G, and I am just going to blend her out. Today for my liquid blush, I'm going to use Watermelon Pop from Huda Beauty. Again, with the applicator in these types of products, I tend to not want to dot it on my face because I feel like it just leaves room for error for me. I'm going to go ahead and pick up an angled synthetic brush. This is a Morphe E4. And here's what it looks like. All right, now going back to the Givenchy concealer, and I'm going to blend her out with the opposite end of my It Cosmetics brush. Going back to the brush that I had applied my contour with, I'm just going to take what's left over on the brush. Now I'm going to take taking some of my La Mercier translucent powder in the shade Honey, and I'm just going to take a Sonia G Designer Pro and patting that translucent powder under the eye. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of that translucent powder on the sides of my nose. Okay, I had to take a step back and go look in another mirror, a big mirror, because I'm like, today's makeup is looking very, very good so far. All right, moving right along. Let's go ahead and bronze up the skin and blush. So this isn't a brand new product, but it's a new product to me. This is the REM Beauty bronzer. I was in Ulta just minding my business, and I came across this and the color was beautiful. So I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And this is I believe this is Ariana Grande's brand, REM Beauty. And this is the shade Coconut. Yeah, I think it's very, very, very pretty. So we're going to try it out today. This is something that came out like in 2024 when I wasn't trying new makeup. Anyhow, I'm going to bronze up with a Sephora number 50 Pro powder brush. And it is a very, very powdery product. This one will probably be better applied with a natural hair bristled brush. But since it has so much fallout. I may go back and try to pick up the shade lighter than this one. We'll see. But this color is pretty. Okay. Not going to go overboard with the bronzer. She's pretty. She applies beautifully. It's just a very powdery bronzer. I would suggest that you apply it with a natural fiber hairbrush. Maybe I should have went in with this Refer number 22. That's what I'll do the next time. Okay, using the same brush that I used to apply the liquid blush, I'm going to go into the Rare Beauty Bouncy Matte Blush in the shade Alive. And she is absolutely stunning. I have been loving the Rare Beauty blushes. Love, love, love. I was a little bit apprehensive at the beginning about the texture, but it goes on. It feels like a cream, goes on like a powder. And I love that. Okay, so the powder. This is one of the most exciting things. This product is probably what I'm most excited about today. This is the new Givenchy Prisme Libre mattifying and blurring setting powder. The loose powder equivalent to the, well, equivalent, I don't know yet. The loose powder from Givenchy before they reformulated was my all-time holy grail, all over the face loose setting powder. So I'm hoping that Givenchy can redeem themselves with this powder. I've heard great things. So let's go ahead and see. This is the shade 5. This is the same shade that I would use in a loose powder. Just so excited about it. So I'm gonna, instead of using this little brush that it came with, I am going to be applying the powder with a sponge. Not a sponge, a powder puff. So I'm just gonna go into the powder. And the reason why I'm applying it this way is because I have a lot of texture on my skin. I'm going through some skin stuff. Right now, my skin is not the best, and I just have texture naturally anyhow. And so I don't want to move any product around. So I'm going to just go in a patting motion like this. Okay, so powder applied to this side of the face, not this side. What are we thinking? I can't wait to see what this looks like on my computer, because in my mirror, um this looks pretty excellent. And I'm so excited. I'm trying not to like overreact because I have to see. I need to make sure that what I'm seeing in the mirror is really what it is. You guys comment and let me know if you've tried this powder. So, keeping it super simple on the eyes today, we're going to apply the REM bronzer in the crease, and then we're going to go on the lid with the Patrick Ta Still in the Club eyeshadow. I think this is so pretty for a simple, everyday type of look like I'm about to create right now. This is just a general, fluffy kind of a crease brush. This is the Morphe M441. Taking that bronzer and just washing it in the crease. Okay, here is the Patrick Ta palette. I'm just going to take a flat synthetic shader brush from Ulta Beauty. This one is super old. They don't even make it anymore. I'm going to take the dark flat side and I'm going to apply it on the outer portion of the lid. Okay, taking the same brush, which is why I applied the darkest shadow to both sides first. I'm going to take the sparkly shade. I absolutely love this particular palette because I love it for like looks like this. And I feel like I can put it with most of my blushes, most of my lip colors, and I love a versatile palette like this. This is the one that I would recommend if you're around my skin tone or darker over the other ones. I do have 3 of these in my collection, but this is the one that I feel you should pick up out of all of them. Mascara and our lip combo for today, all newness. For the mascara today, I'm going to be using the new Dior Overvolume mascara. And this is the one that has that quilted appearance. I absolutely love Dior's quilted packaging. I'm going to go ahead and curl each lash. And this is one of those mascaras with the rubbery type of a wand, which I do like. I don't have any issue with it, and it's not a super skinny wand either. So I'm going to be super careful. I typically apply 2 or 3 coats of foundation, 2 or 3 coats of mascara. Because I don't have a lot of lashes to work with. And I also go on with a primer, but I'm not going to do that today since we're testing this out, making sure that we like it. I need to go ahead and apply my eyeliner. This is an oldie, but a goodie. One of my absolute favorite formulas in my collection. This is the Lancome 24-Hour Drama Liquid Pencil, and this is the shade French Chocolate, and it's a matte liner. These are online only at Sephora, but you can go in-store at Ulta. I have several shades of this in my collection. Okay. Loving that mascara. It gave me volume. It gave me a little bit of lengthening, but it didn't do a great job at separating, and it can get clumpy if you go too far, applying too much mascara. So, yeah. This is something that's not a new product, but it's definitely new to me. This is the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Limitless Brown. This is like one of those viral lip pencils that all the brown girls rave about. So I was like, let me just give this a try. So I'm just gonna lightly line the lips and trying out a new Dior lipstick. Is this a satin formula? I hope so. Yes, this is a satin formula in 200 Nude Touch because I've been on the hunt for some really good nude lippies for my skin tone. So this is what Nude Touch looks like. It's really pretty. They also have this color in a matte formula. If you prefer a matte, I am in my glossy lip era. So yeah, we're doing glossy lips this year. Going back in with the liner. I do like it. What do you guys think? I'm going to go ahead and go on top of that with a Fenty Beauty Lip Oil. This is a new product, but you guys know I've already tried her out. This is the shade Fussy. I want this one because it's a luminizing lip oil, which basically means that it has some kind of reflect in it. And I love it for the reflect. This isn't necessarily my favorite lip oil, but perfect for topping it with this look. To finish off today's look, I'm going to be using this new Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and this one is formulated with hyaluronic acid, but it still says all day wear. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face down. To me, today was a great, great, great makeup day. Oh my gosh. Standouts, high performers. Where do I start? I'm going to do a little bit more. I'm going to wear this foundation a couple more times with a couple of different powders before I get my final verdict on this. I do like it. But I have to see how she holds up to this Houston heat. So I will revert back on this. The concealer, I like the concealer. It's looking good under the eyes. It's not settled too deeply into the my under eye lines. I don't like the shade that I have. It's a little bit too flat. So I will also revert back on this one. I do like it. It's a very good concealer. We're going to see how she wears. The Rare Beauty Contour, 10 out of 10. The Huda Beauty Liquid Blushes, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love these. I think the Rare Beauty Bronzer, the REM Bronzer is okay. I have formulas in my collections that are similar, so it's not like wowing me something super new and innovative. The Rare Beauty Bouncy Blushes, absolutely love. 10 out of 10. My absolute favorite product that I tried out today most definitely has to be the Givenchy pressed powder because I have been rationing my loose powder because I only have one. I don't have any backups. So this is definitely one that would be oily girl approved, high heat, humidity approved. It's amazing. I'm going to also give you guys updates on all of these products because I'm going to see how this face wears throughout the day. And then lastly is the Dior mascara. I absolutely love the way it made my lashes look. The volume that I got from it, love. My only thing is that with this high heat and humidity, I don't know if it's going to smudge or anything like that, but it did make my tiny, tiny, tiny lashes look good. So I mean, it so far so good. It's great. And then the lipstick from Dior, I love this color. I love Dior's lipsticks. This is a satin formula again because I'm going for that I could have got the matte because I was going to top it off with a gloss anyway. I didn't even necessarily have to go on top of this with a gloss. It's just that I wanted that reflect, that radiance on the lips. Love it. Feels great on the lips. So another wonderful product. I mean, there aren't any fails today, which is always great. The Patrick Ta, I'll go ahead and touch on this real quick. I love this particular palette. I don't necessarily think these are worth the 40 some odd dollars that you have to pay for two shadows. I do think that they're pretty. You don't get a ton of fallout depending, and if you do, check your brush. You want to use a synthetic brush with that. If you have other products that shimmer in your collection, these are something that you could pass on, but I bought this one specifically for the color. Anyway, you guys let me know if you love trying new makeup videos, like a collective video like this, because it was very exciting. And this is probably the first video on my channel where I've tried out pretty much all new products on my face. And I'm so surprised at how well my face turned out today. You guys comment down below. Let me know if you like it, if you want more. And if you do, you should check out some of my other videos. And until the next time, we'll see you later. Bye.